Good morning and welcome to Money Wisdom, sponsored by Johnson Brunetti. I'm Jalene Andrews. We're teaching you smart ways to manage your money, and here now with some expert advice is Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner and Johnson Brunetti partner. Thanks for being with us today.
Good morning. Great to be here.
Awesome. So today we are talking about handling your taxes and the three top most important questions to ask your advisor.
Great. Let's talk about taxes.
We'll start off here. Now, one, should I create a low income year during retirement?
Yes. I mean, a lot of people don't spend enough time looking at taxes. I love Connecticut. I'm from here. My wife's from here. We're raising our kids here. Went to UConn. But that whole intro is taxes here are difficult. Taxes in the United States are difficult. And a lot of people get to a point where we just pay so much money in taxes. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't proactively look at, can I do anything about it? So for a lot of folks, right after they retire, their income, they might have an opportunity where their income is really low that year. And there's things you can take advantage of. Maybe that's a Roth conversion, right? Maybe it's harvesting gains, things that, depending upon what your income is, are going to give you drastically different amounts of money. So don't miss that opportunity, because there are things that you can do to help.
Sure. Question number two. The second most important question is, does my current asset location strategy ensure that my assets are held in the most tax-efficient accounts?
Not necessarily. I mean, you've got to look at what you're doing. For most Americans, their biggest account is their 401k, which is a great tool. You save money during your working years. Maybe you get a match. It goes in pre-tax. You grow all this money, but when you take it out, you pay taxes on the whole thing. How many people think tax rates are going down? No one. So again, be proactive about that. Maybe it does make sense in the early years of retirement to spend that less efficient tax money and let your more efficient money grow. Things maybe in a Roth, things maybe in a brokerage account where you get more favorable tax treatment in the future. So it's not just how much money is saved. Are you making the best decisions in regards to where you draw your money from? It's a big deal.
Absolutely. Question number three we have is, does my estate plan take full advantage of step up in basis so heirs avoid taxes?
Yeah, this is a huge deal. People like to say things, I didn't save this money to make my kids rich. I'm going to bounce the check to the funeral home. I'm all for that. But in all likelihood, if you're good at saving money, you're probably not that great at spending money, so you'll probably pass on money. And let's say you give a lot of money to your church or a different charitable organization, right? Well, if you give them money out of your IRA, they're not going to pay taxes on that, and you can avoid some taxation there. Versus a step up in basis, if you have, you bought Apple stock in 1981 because you're just a wizard with a crystal ball, and that stock is worth a ton of money, and you sell it, you pay a ton of taxes. You die, you give that to your heirs, they don't pay any taxes. Not talking about estate tax, but that's another thing to be aware of as you're setting up an estate plan is, you didn't save the money to make your kids rich, but you didn't save the money just to pay a bunch of taxes on it either. So have a plan, look at that stuff, and make sure that what you want to have happen is what's going to happen.
Okay, great. Always good to plan ahead, right?
Yes.
You guys have a book offer for us today for our viewers.
It's called Take Charge of Your Taxes. And I really like financial planning. Look what I do. This is what we do. But even in that world, taxes are not the most exciting part of it, but they're an extremely important part of it. People move all the way across the country to avoid taxes. Before you do that, look, are you doing everything you can do here? There's this quote, John D. Rockefeller was asked about amassing wealth. He said, don't pay taxes on money you're not using. But a lot of Americans do. So take charge of your taxes, totally free. Read it. It's simple, it's easy to follow. You can get it at moneywisdomtv.com. We'll get it to you. It's not a good way to feel that you have no control over things. And if you educate yourself some on this, or you get some advice on this, you'll feel more in control, and it's a better way to feel. So moneywisdomtv.com, we'll get it to you. It's totally free.
All right, moneywisdomtv.com. Thank you so much, Eric. And that will do it for this edition of Money Wisdom. We'll see you next time.